All right, this is homework 10 from ELO 1. So we're going to get started here. This is about graphing inequalities. So graphing inequalities is when you graph a straight line or any other type of graph, and then you shade the region either above the graph or below the graph that would represent the coordinates that are an answer to that equation, or inequality, I should say. Now, for this one, you're going to have two lines, and then you're going to find out which of the sections the two lines satisfies. So if you need to go backwards and figure out how to graph a line, I'm not going to be talking about this in this video, so go back and find the video where I explain how to graph a line. Okay, so let's graph our lines. So my two lines are there and there. Now, both of my lines have a less than and a greater than symbol. So it's not less than or equal to. Therefore, we need to make that a dotted line. Okay, this one is greater than, not greater than or equal to. So this one needs to be a dashed line. Okay, now, what we need to do now is we need to see that there are four sections that could be shaded. Okay, four sections that could be shaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of two of them. This first equation, or this first inequality, I should say, says less than. Okay, that's this line right here. Okay, so the region that's less than that would be below it. So that would be this region and this region. So these two white regions above it cannot be part of the answer. Then we're going to take our second line, which is that one, which is this blue line, and we need to be greater than that line, which would be above it. So the region below it is right here, and that needs to get erased. See what I did there? That is below, but we need to be above. So this needs to get erased. Okay, and then remember, we don't shade this region because it's not part of the other graph. So it needs to be happening both at the same time. So this would be the answer. All right, let's just look at number 2. This is not an easy topic. This is why it's at the end of our ELO 1. So here are our lines. That one needs to be dashed. That one is not going to be dashed. It's going to be a solid line because of the inequality. Both of the inequalities say greater than. So we need to be above both lines. We can't be below either of them. So it would be that region right there. Okay, sometimes there's 3 lines. Sometimes there's 3 lines. So we're going to graph this first line at 0, 3, and let's see here. Zero, 3, then up 5/6. There we go. And then we need that to be a dashed line. Sorry, my brain went farting. My brain farted right there. Then we need x is -5. Would be that line. Y is 5 would be here, and that needs to be dashed. Okay. So there's our 3 lines. we need to be greater than that first line. Since our coefficient on y is positive, we know for sure that this will be greater than. So that will be this section, this section, this section, and this section. Greater than that diagonal line. All of this in white, here, here, and here, these three sections in white, cannot be part of the answer. Now, we need to make sure that we're also greater than -5 for the x value. So everything to the right of -5, anything to the left does not work. And then we need to be less than 5. So we can't be greater than 5 for the y. So that is gone. Okay? Try these for yourself. If you can't get one, then just email me, and we can talk about it. I'll answer your email. All right, that's it.